The NRM party has had three Secretary Generals, John Patrick Amama Mbabazi, Kasule Lumumba, and the current office holder, Richard Todong. Unlike Mbabazi, who was elected, Lumumba and Todong were appointed by the party's top organ, the Central Executive Committee. John Patrick Amama Mbabazi remains a significant figure in the history of the NRM and government. As the party's first elected Secretary General, he played a pivotal role in shaping its structure and operations, alongside holding several other high-profile positions. Many believe the NRM may feel Amama Mbabazi's absence, as both the party and its leadership structure underwent notable transformations after his departure. But does the NRM truly miss him? The NRM spokesperson Emmanuel Dombo acknowledges that while Mbabazi was a strong leader, his influence was partly shaped by his historical ties with the party chairman, President Yoweri Museveni, dating back to their days in the Bush War. According to Dombo, this long-standing relationship gave Mbabazi a unique advantage within the party.
Honorable Mama Mbabazi has also had a vantage position with his relationship with the President Yoweri Museveni during the early days of the Fronasa Foundation and movement.
NRM SEC member Godfrey Chiwanda highlights Mbabazi's extensive experience in the party, noting that his simultaneous roles as Prime Minister and NRM Secretary General, along with other leadership positions, made him a decisive and confident leader. As a result, many of his decisions and directives were swiftly accepted and implemented.
And the fact that he had grown up with probably within the ranks of the national resistance movement and the seniority into the national resistance movement, at times you could even make a decision and people would then say, okay, if Amama said this, probably that's the position.
Amama Mbabazi was the first and last NRM Secretary General to be elected before the party amended its constitution. According to Emmanuel Dombo, being elected by party delegates gave Mbabazi a distinct advantage as it strengthened his legitimacy and influence within the party. However, it remains unclear why the party chose to rescind its provision in its constitution, opting instead for an appointment system.
Because in order to get elected, it gives you an opportunity to interact with membership of the party more directly than you would when you are appointed.
Political analyst William Kagaba argues that it is dangerous for an individual to amass too much power, particularly within a political party. He points out that Mbabazi had become so influential that his word was nearly law, and he believes the NRM was right to take action to prevent further concentration of power in one individual.
This person starts making individual decisions, and that kills the party. Mama Mbabazi thought actually that he was bigger than the party, and his word became law, and he was people feared him in the party.
Dombo adds that while Mbabazi left top leadership positions, his successors have effectively carried out their duties. According to the NRM Constitution, the Secretary General is mandated with the implementation of party decisions, supervising party structures, managing party records and correspondence, mobilization and coordination, and overseeing party elections, among others.
Now, our reporter Adam Mayambla has been following that story. Adam, speak to us. Is the party really, after all these changes, is the party really stable?
With the appointment system, the Central Executive Committee of the party has more considerable influence and control over who becomes the Secretary General, which could lead to lack of diversity in opinions and views. But of course, stability is paramount in such a system.